What's up, guys? We're out here again. This time I'm swapping out some brakes on it's a 2010 Charger SXT single piston front and rear. So I'll be swapping them out. It's pretty simple. Customer brought me the brake pads, so I just gotta swap them out. What you're gonna need a little compression tool, two 13 mil bolts that need to get removed right there, and just some grease to apply to all the moving parts and rubbing parts so it won't make any squeaky noise or anything like that. So I'll show you guys bolts that need to get removed in order to take the brake pads off. This one, and there's the bottom one. This one right there. Come off pretty easy. And this top. See, and then this whole piece comes off. Just set it on top. Alright, and then take off these pieces. The old pieces, little stops. Here's the old brake pads. They weren't that bad. Still, they wanted them swapped out. They're making a bit of a noise. So the old little brackets, we'll swap them out. So they gave us new ones. These are the new brackets right here. So we'll grease them up a little bit. Just real light amount of grease. I don't need that much. Put it in the back where the brake pad sits, where the brackets rub against the metal. Just really light coating. You don't need to go all crazy on it. So just enough to prevent any squeaking or, you know, metal contact, dry contact, which gets annoying. Make sure you don't get any grease on the actual rotor. If you do, just wipe it off. I got some brake cleaner just in case I do get some on there. This, and install your brake pads. Well, also put a little bit of grease right here on the end. This is where it actually hits against the little brackets. This is where they sit at. Install both of them. Put a little bit of grease on the ends. And now you're going to use the old brake pad. You're going to sit it on here. You're going to use this little compression tool. We'll bring it in, set it in place. So that's how it sits. Pretty simple. You see, you use your old brake pad to compress the piston down, and then bring your tool, set it in place, start compressing it down. Just do it slowly. You don't have to go all crazy fast. Have patience. Alright, take it off, bring this off, bring it back in place, and set it in there. See how easy that was? Set it in there and put your bolts in. Your two 13 mil. Tighten them up, and we're done. Nice and snug, nice and tight. You don't want it coming off. Ready driving. All right. And that's for the front ones. All right, for the rear, it's going to be the same thing, but the actual bolt here is going to be a 15 mil, and you're going to have to hold back up against this little nut here in the back. So I use a small crescent for that. Hold back up and then break this loose. So I already broke them loose. The bottom one as well. See, it's pretty simple. Here's the bottom one. You guys can see, yeah, right there. So this one hold back up right there as well. So in order to break it, and then this comes off. Pretty simple. Set it up there, and we're gonna. It's basically the same concept as the front. So we use the little piston compression tool, and to push that little piston in, and then just remove your old ones from here. Pretty self-explanatory. Take that off, and then take your little. These you don't really have to change them out. I'm just changing them out because there's an iron already here. So the rest of these just come off. If you bring these close enough, well, far enough to the front of the car, they'll break loose and it'll come out. So put the new ones on, put a little bit of grease on them. The new ones, these are smaller than the front ones, which they're always going to be. And the little brackets, so we'll put some grease on them. All right, then put it back on, put the new ones on. And just snap it quick. Simple as that. Got a little bit of grease here on the ends as well. And here, just like the front ones. Come in. A little more trickier to put in. But there it is. Put them in basically even. Nice and even. Or not. There it goes. On the other side, put a little bit of grease here as well. There it goes. Alright. Give me a hard time, but I got it. Alright. And now we're gonna compress the piston to the same way I was doing earlier. See? Put your brake pad on there. Little compression tool. Alright. Hit the compression tool, install it in there, and start compressing your piston slowly. Nice and slow. Won't damage anything. Well, that's what I was told when I was growing up. I never took professional classes or anything. So I'm just gonna compress it slow. It's always worked for me. Never had any issues, and I've done quite a bit of brake jobs. Yeah. See how the piston's compressing. Push it in, be able to fit it over the new ones, and secure it in place. Then pump your brakes, make sure you're good. Check your brake level, brake fluid level. Make sure that's good. So, see all that. And also, while you're doing this, check your rotors. Make sure they're not damaged. If they're damaged, you can tell right off the bat. They're supposed to be nice and smooth. If they're not nice and smooth, you're gonna have to replace them. All this that you're doing is for nothing. You'll have shaking every time you brake. All sorts of problems. Plus, you won't be braking at 100% like the car should. So, might as well replace them. In place. Do not let your brake pads get worn all the way down to bare metal. So metal to metal contact, because that's the worst. That's how you mess up your rotors. So you don't want to have that. It just gets more expensive. Once you start hearing the little high-pitched noise, that means it's time to replace them. You're getting very close. So that's what these little pieces of metal are for. These right here. Once your brake pads start getting low enough, these will start hitting your rotor, and they'll start making a high-pitched noise. Once that happens, that means it's time to replace them ASAP. Look how much brake pad you have left. Almost nothing. So get them swapped out before you start eating up your rotors, and then everything starts getting more expensive. So, and just tighten them up, hold back up, tighten these up. Back up. Up. I took the backup off because it stopped spinning, so it'll start just holding against the frame itself on the brake pad thing. All right, that's nice and tight, and that's it, guys. That's it for the brake job. So catch you guys on the next one. Y'all stay tuned, and anything you guys want me to work on, the y'all are curious about, y'all post it down in the comments below. Anything you want me to check out, just post it down. I'll make a video of it. So catch you on the next one.